Thank you, Madam Clerk. I'm going to call the meeting to order. Approval of the agenda. Is there any add-ons to our agenda here today? See none. Recommendation that agenda be approved as presented. Someone to move to put on the floor, please. Moved by Deputy Mayor Carlton, second by Mayor Mackey. And I will be using your first names from now on. If there's any discussion on the motion, see none, all in favor? It's carried. Moving on for our agenda, declaration of interest. You can clear any time you see fit during the meeting. Minutes of December 11th. The minutes of the BioGRID Joint Board meeting held on December 11th, 2020 be adopted. Someone to move put on the floor, please. Moved by Brian, second by Sue. Is there any discussion on the motion before us? Seeing none, all in favor of the motion? It's carried. We've no presentations, no delegations, no correspondence. We're down to staff reports. I have a recommendation here that the joint board hereby authorize purchase of a replacement intercooler unit for use at BioGRID facility at a cost of $12,643.84, HST inclusive, and the staff are hereby directed to finalize the purchase and installation of the unit. Someone to move to put on the floor, please. Moved by Sue, second by Scott. It's now on the floor. What staff member wanted to speak to this? Troy?
Yes, so the intercooler, after getting the engine rebuilt, the old one was cleaned and inspected, everything checked out, and after about an hour of running, I shut the engine down and went to go refire. When I went to refire, wouldn't start. Tried a bunch of different things, and then after that I found water in the spark plugs. So further investigation found that a hole opened up on the intercooler and was putting water into the intake. So now with that, I've tried a few suppliers. They will not recore it. The only thing they could do is clean it and repair it. That's if they can get at the hole that's there. And then the only thing is I can't guarantee how long it'll last. It could last an hour or two, or it could last a few months. But because of the gas that we are dealing with, it is corrosive, and it will eventually weaken that intercooler even more, and more leaks will show up.
And will it help the main, it'll hurt the main generator if something happens?
Yeah, if it lets go quick enough, you could hydrolock the engine and bend a rod, take the block out, and then you gotta buy a new engine.
And that's very costly.
Very. And especially we just have the engine rebuilt. I don't want to take that risk. So that is why I have to get a replacement.
So that's why your recommendation is to go new instead of repairing.
Yes.
Yep. Okay. Questions from the board? Any questions from staff? Oh, go ahead, Scott.
Thanks, Mr. Chair, and through you to Troy. Troy, this piece of equipment's been down for a few days now, so how is the facility functioning without this piece of equipment? Is it a bypass, or?
I'm currently running the boiler right now. I've had to kind of manage loads. I would like to get more material in, but I can't do that right now because the boiler's pretty well at capacity with the digester. So, and if I have problems with the boiler, I have no backup now. Because the boiler is supposed to be the backup for the engine. So I need that alternate source of a backup. Or the engine running full time, then the boiler is a backup.
What's the approximate lead time for getting this piece of equipment?
I'm hoping 5 to 7 days. It'll be coming from Florida.
So it'll be not until after the new year?
We're trying to work on shipping to try and get it here quicker, but that's the closest one available. If not, we have to go to Germany.
I could volunteer to go get it if you wish.
Go ahead. I'll give you the address.
Any other questions from the board or staff members? Patty? Cassandra? Steve? Scott?
Thanks, Mr. Chair. Through you to the treasurer, is this in our budget for replacement, or is this going to be an add-on expense at the end of the year for each municipality?
So we never passed a budget in 2020 for the biodigester. So all that each municipality has been paying is their $5,000 per month, so $60,000 a year. So yes, this would be in addition to the $60,000.
Scott?
So there's nothing in either reserve accounts to cover this?
What do you mean, either reserve accounts, like your own personal?
Chatsworth is holding a reserve account, I believe, and so is Georgian Bluffs. So are we able to access that?
Patty, go ahead.
Patty?
Thank you. So, I mean, that would be up to each individual municipality to determine whether they want to take it from reserves, but we do have reserves for the biodigester.
Cassie, any comments? Does George West have a reserve account specifically set aside for the biodigester or no?
Yes, but I probably wouldn't use it for this purpose.
You're the treasurer. Is there any other questions from the board on this motion before us? If there's no other questions or whatever, I'll ask for a vote on it then. All in favor of the motion before us? It is carried. Thank you. Madam Clerk, was there any questions from the public? None? Unfinished business, we have none. Is there any new business before us today? See none? We have no closed session. So we're down to one more motion, and I would like to thank everybody for coming here today, and welcome Al, and wish everybody a Merry Christmas, all the best next year. It's got to get better. One more motion to adjourn. Moved by Brian, second by Scott. We adjourn. All in favor? We're now adjourned. Thank you, everybody.